Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tradesman Experience. This is the podcast built by tradesmen for tradesmen. My name is Josh, and next to me in a full house tonight is Mr. Nate Newt, of course. Nate, how are you, sir?
Intimidated.
A little bit. I saw you kind of drop your chair a little bit.
I
It's sitting
did.
a little bit lower there.
I was like, I can't sit this high. We're amongst greatness right now.
We kind of are.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, I put out an APB on the World Wide Web and said, "Hey,
who would have known it would have hit so close to
dude,
home?"
The response for looking for badass women in the skilled trades to share their story has been a little bit overwhelming because I'm having to deal with logistics and working with schedules literally all over the country.
Yeah, somebody coming out of Oregon. We got people out of Reno. You had that esthetician hit you up from New York.
See, yeah,
that
and
was
more.
a joke, and nobody laughed. Thank you.
No,
all right.
Dude, I can't laugh at words I can't spell.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's a skin person. It's a person that deals with skin.
Oh, like
Thank you. I
anyway.
needed to know that.
Yeah.
So we do have a full house tonight, and when we kicked off that on the on Instagram, I started getting a lot of feedback, and as I was sifting through them, I made an executive decision that this was the team that I wanted to have to start this campaign of interviewing women in the trades. What we have is we have a fab team from Wade Metalworks. We have Kayla, Claire, and Sammy, and that's the biggest introduction you're going to get from me because I'm going to ruin their story.
You've never done one
That
like
was a
this.
great
No,
introduction.
I'm going to ruin their story because we met 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
Right? We met 20 minutes ago in person. Kayla and I have been communicating on social media to get this scheduled, and you guys were kind enough to drive down here from Reno to do this in person. So, Kayla, I'm going to let you kick off, kind of tell us who you are a little bit, and then we'll go around the table.
Well, I'm Kayla, and I started going door to door, being like, "Let me apprentice. I will sweep your shop," doing all this, and no, we don't have time, all this stuff. So I put myself through school. I went to CCNN and did the year course and graduated, and I got a job halfway through at Stodmeister Iron, and I was doing everything from shop fab to installs to a little bit of structural, dabbling in there, was inventory person and all this good stuff. Learned a lot. 6 months into school was doing that already, so I was like double skilled, teaching all these kids to MIG and in my school at the end of it. That was pretty cool. And after then, been kind of shop hopping, trying to find my home, and I found these gals, and it's just been the best thing. And yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like the best intro into it, is like to deal with the shittiest parts of all of it, like the necessary monotony of the whole operation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
definitely had my trials and errors through the whole thing. Been through a lot, done a whole bunch of stuff. Just
how long you been at it?
A little over 3 years now, and I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. So
That's good.
Yeah.
She said, "But I might replace you. I'm not sure."
No.
No. Cool. Claire?
All right, I'm Claire. I've been welding for about 7 years, 5 years professionally. I started as a shop bitch in the union. Did that for a year.
Which union?
350, plumbers, pipe fitters, and welders down in Reno.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I worked for a company down there that was super nice. Worked in the shop with a bunch of cool guys like that. Just wanted to teach me,
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I went and apprenticed under a blacksmith for a year, and it was fucking hell. He was the meanest motherfucker.
He's a fucking blacksmith.
Oh,
yeah.
he was just an asshole, and he was like this weird hippie dude who just wanted to do everything cheap as hell, but like he knew some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I learned so much from in that year, but goddamn, it was hell. And then hopped around after that. Worked for Lincoln Electric for a while, and couple other places.
What were you doing for Lincoln?
Building big tables, like their CNC tables, like the
Oh,
ones that
cool.
like they cut boats on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like boat yard stuff, like big stuff. Sammy actually worked there too, but then from there hopped around, dealt with some pretty company bullshit that you hear everywhere else that chicks have to go through. And then Sammy was my friend before that, and she gave me a call, and she knew I was unhappy where I was at, and she said, "Dude, I think you should come check this out." And I went, and I've been there ever since. It's coming up on like a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So clearly Sammy's the anchor of this team.
Oh
right?
yeah, she's the one who
Clearly.
brought this all together.
Yeah.
Like she created the fab team that
I
we got
tried.
going on.
Yeah, I tried to make a good environment. That's for sure.
There you go. Hey, I mean, that's we preach that all day, you know.
Yeah, I
So-
mean that's the goal. That's what you got to do to make magic.
So who are you, Sammy?
So I'm Sammy.
Mic
Wow.
drop.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Thank you
She's
for that.
kind of a big deal.
Kind of.
No, I've been working for Wade Metalworks for going on almost 4 years now. It's a 5-year company, so I was there when it first started. I was working with a gentleman who taught me a lot when that first started, but I came from a warehouse. I worked in a warehouse for about 6 years, and then I paid for 2 semesters at TMCC to get into welding school and got certified, and then started working at Lincoln Electric. Worked there because it used to be Torchmate, and then it transferred to
Where is that in Reno?
it's in South Meadows. It's
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I was one of the employees that was there through the transfer of the big company buying it. So that was pretty cool. I worked there for 3 years and decided I didn't want to be an assembly line welder anymore, basically. So then I worked for an old angry old man as well. It was Larry Blackburn. Blackburn and Welding.
I think anybody in the industry, we all worked for some angry fucking old man at some point.
Yeah, and I did learn to do geothermal rigs and do a bunch of custom things by hand because we were welding in the dirt all the time. So that's where I got my strength from, I'm pretty sure. Went back to Lincoln because they called me and needed me to come back, of course.
And they always come crawling back, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, and then I found my home at Wade right now where we're pretty much building America. It feels great.
Fuck yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So what do you guys do over there at Wade?
So we do things for a lot of the construction companies around us. We do things for Granite. We do things for S&C. We do like
Damn, you guys play ball with the heavy hitters.
Yeah,
yeah.
those are big outfits.
Yeah.
yeah, we build all like the flatbeds that they roll around town with and all the flatbeds on their big trucks.
Yeah.
And
We built a stage for MGM Grand for a Las Vegas Circus Soleil show that we finished up. That was a big job. We did a job for a company called Swingerton, and we did all the metal work for the Presidio Park in San Francisco.
Oh no shit.
Actually,
Damn.
we just heard probably like a couple months ago that our benches are gonna be in Thrasher magazine for skateboarders hitting our. I
We
was
made
pretty
the best
excited.
skateboarding benches that
Yeah,
existed.
so our benches are gonna be in Thrasher magazine that we built, but we built
That's
some
fucking-
vessels.
Like
for-
out of all the things you could build, you're like, oh, we're gonna build these benches, and it turns into a skateboarding magazine thing. Like, what a
not a big deal.
Thrasher.
Yeah.
That's
Thrasher
an honor.
magazine.
Thrasher, yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Thrasher. Shout
Thank
out.
you. Shout out to Thrasher.
So you guys do like a lot of custom fab shit. That's basically what your guys' realm is.
A lot of
Pretty
different
much.
shit every.
It's never the same. We never know what's gonna walk through that door. I
Are
mean,
you guys,
except
are you guys
for-
contract? Is Wade a contractor? Do you guys do like structural or pipe or?
No, we don't like to do too much of that. What we do is mostly out of our shop. So like with this big stage that we built it in pieces and then shipped it out in separate pieces and then they assembled it when it was there.
That's fucking rad to have
Yeah.
that much faith in your work that you're like, oh, we can ship this out and it's gonna go together the way it should.
Oh,
And
and,
it
fit
did.
perfectly.
did.
We
We didn't have the room for it. It was
Yeah.
just it was a big puzzle.
It
A
was
giant
awesome.
erection.
Giant.
Wow.
So big.
All right.
Huge.
So
One thing I would like to try to articulate is the energy of this room right now.
yeah.
And we've been sitting here bantering and talking and shooting the shit for 20 minutes or so before we hit the record button, which is standard practice for Nate and I. Sometimes it's an hour,
Usually.
usually it is. But I just wanted to express like the energy in this room right now. It's such a great compliment to the three of you. The way that you guys work together, I can already tell. I mean, you guys are you bust each other's balls constantly. I have no doubt. Yeah. So I wanted to share that into words, kind of talking emotion a little bit, because getting to sit at this table and see this is pretty fucking awesome.
Right on. Thanks, man.
You guys, it seems like you guys get it, and like there's no like animosity within. Like you guys are a tight knit team. And it's just the three of you that work together, right?
Yeah, we're a little family. Like we straight up,
We are.
like we all say "I love you" to each other. We hit up each other on the weekends. Like
You're going on vacation. Make sure you give me a hug. Be safe.
give me a shot glass while you're there. Like,
I need a refrigerator
Bring
magnet.
something back.
like, can you bring this by my house? Like, can I borrow this? Can I take your scooter to Burning Man?
Which I haven't gotten back yet.
I'll get there. I gotta clean it.
That's awesome. So I mean, so as far as like skill sets concerned within that shop, I mean, are you guys primarily MIG, TIG, stick, or are you guys proficient in all of it? Or are you all kind of learning as you go, or how does that work? I mean, 3 years isn't a tremendous amount of time, but I feel like women tend to pick this trade up a lot faster.
So I feel like we do everything in there except for stick. Stick we unless we're air arcing, of course, but
You guys carbon arc?
oh yeah.
That's the most annoying goddamn thing on the face.
It's
of the
my
planet.
favorite tool in the whole world. I love throwing sparks everywhere, and it's so loud. But mostly, like Claire's really good at TIG welding, and she can pick up any MIG gun at any time, and same with Kayla. But mostly, what we do there is a lot of the MIG. It just depends on what we need to do. Honestly, I mean, we have an oven there, so we heat up metal if we need to, and then we'll hit it with the big boy. But yeah, we Kayla's still learning a little bit on the TIG, and so am I actually. But
that's the process that takes the most time to learn, right?
Yeah.
And
but
but you have to force yourself to go do it, right? Like you have to sit down at the table and you have to do this very foreign thing that takes two hands. You got a feed hand and then you got a torch hand
And your
and
foot.
and your foot. Yeah,
practice.
yeah. Unless you're running scratch start, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then it's trying to just manipulate the amount of amperage in there by just moving faster, right?
Yeah.
So it's intricate as fuck, but I found that women pick that up so much faster than the dudes do, because the dudes just want to cram shit in there and just ramp everything up as high as possible. But I don't know. I have a tremendous amount of respect for the way that women learn this industry, because it seems like you guys have a better go at it than most men do.
What was your draw to this industry?
art.
Yeah, exactly. I had a lot of friends in the I worked in a flower shop for a while with a friend, and all these wedding things and all this metal they needed that could be built on site, and I was like, this is what I want to do. And
I have the
carrying
hardest time after
buckets of
seeing her
flowers.
come in here believing that she worked in a flower shop.
Come on.
She still brings us flowers all the time.
But they're made out of metal.
No,
No.
Both,
No,
both.
they smell beautiful.
Soon.
I went to school for it. So did it in high school. I went to Skills USA. And when I got out of high school, my parents were really adamant that I went to school. And I did not want to go to college. So I was like, I'll go to like the thing that I'll think will be the easiest to go to school for. And I went to school for welding and just got shit-faced for the first year.
That's the easiest thing you could find.
I'm not good at the books, so
Or
I
cooking.
thought it would be easy, and I did it in school and I was good at it and I just kept up with it, and then I actually kind of fell in love with it and almost quit when I caught my hair on fire for the first time, but I made it past that and kept going.
So dramatic.
Now it's no big deal. I caught my hair on fire yesterday and I was like,
And cut her finger
I was going
off.
to say, didn't you
Yeah.
cut your finger today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Went to the hospital, got 3 stitches in her fingers yesterday.
Yeah,
Just
girl.
another Wednesday.
Showed up
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock this morning.
Hey, it's not gonna stop me.
Hey, that's tougher than some of the other fucking dudes that I've known in the trades. Like,
No
oh,
doubt.
I need to work.
Well,
on
maybe
Scott
it was
first."
7. I wasn't there at 6.
I was there at 6:30. 6:30. Close.
Somebody's got to make sure everybody's there before they show up.
Kayla.
What, Sammy, what was your draw to, I know you said art, but
Yeah, so once I realized I can glue metal together, that was pretty much a big deal. So I've worked around our community a lot. I've built quite a few art cars, or mutant vehicles is what they like to call them. And
Burning Man.
yeah,
Yeah.
and once you realize what the puddle can do, you just make it work with every situation you're at. And I'm really good at it, and I don't want to stop anytime soon.
Mhm.
So once you find something you're good at,
Yeah.
you gotta go.
I'm still looking. I'm still looking.
You'll get there.
I'm a hairstylist, maybe.
Modeling, have you tried
Clearly.
that?
I know, with that beard.
Hand modeling, maybe. Hand modeling.
I'm thinking shave cream.
sugar.
Head shave cream.
Head
would
shave
probably-
cream.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would definitely be a model for the beard stuff that I use.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to keep this in place.
I've never seen a bush quite like that.
Thanks. Thanks. Luckily,
That's weird 'cause
I've
it's
never
still-
said
it's still
that.
attached to a dick.
It still is. Still is. What are you drinking tonight, Mr. Newton?
I'm going for the lead slinger. I gave the ladies the last bit of the Breckenridge. I didn't realize how drunk I got on the last one with
Did
Garrett.
you watch the YouTube with Garrett yet?
Sure did not.
Okay,
Yeah. No.
you should.
I was in a bad place. I was drinking a
Well,
lot.
so quick sidebar. This one's not going to be on YouTube because just
Too much shit.
there's
going on.
5 of us sitting at this table,
Mhm.
and I don't have 11 cameras to make that happen. With as soon as my OnlyFans picks up, though, I'm gonna start cashing
Subscribe.
it.
It's
Subscribe now.
actually it's only stands.
Let's get this man some cameras.
Only hands. That's what I'm doing.
I don't think I can come on that show.
now you butchered.
Yeah.
You butchered
Ruined
your
it.
finger.
Ruined
Yeah,
it.
it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. But we are going to put the audio up. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you and Garrett, because you were sharing that bottle.
Yeah, we
you
ran
can't
through
take
that thing
full
pretty
credit.
quick. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's
Yep.
really good. It's fantastic.
Did you guys like
It
the
is.
Breckenridge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and now so you guys are
Both on lead slinger.
lead slingers now. So, but
And she's doing a hell of a job with that water bottle.
I got the water.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Right,
got
me
to
too.
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
me too. Hydrating,
Mhm.
fully hydrating.
We just have to work in the morning.
yeah.
That's it.
Hey,
So there's I learned something years ago. If you're getting drunk with the boss, it's I mean
I hate to tell you,
Yeah.
but I'm not their boss.
Yeah,
she's
boss,
their
if you're
boss.
out there.
I'm kidding. Jesus Christ. Josh
We're
is like,
just
"Are you
kidding."
that dumb?"
I was like, all right, give me your glass. You're done. You're done. What time did you start today? Noon.
Almost. Your fucking brother didn't show up to work today, so
What's he doing?
Ooh.
What's he doing?
he had to go
You're
pick-
telling me like I have anything to do with it, but I appreciate it.
He went to pick up a side by side for the ranch, so it was
Important
understandable.
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
at least they found one.
Yeah.
I was hoping. Of course, we don't ask Matt, but I was hoping that I thought it would be fun addition if he was in here too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You guys would really like Matt. Everybody likes Matt. If you don't like Matt, you don't get to stay.
If you don't like
kinda
Matt,
the
you're
rule.
probably a piece of shit.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how
I
they
like
go.
Matt.
Acceptable.
I like
Yeah.
Matt.
Everybody's
I
like,
like
we love him.
Yeah.
All right. Group hug, Matt. Group hug.
Matt, we miss you.
Good answer.
Fucking, oh,
But
that's
what
awesome.
what would you guys say is the like the hands down best part of this career?
Driving around town being like, I built that, I built that, I built that. sitting
Yeah.
at a table somewhere with a bunch
Every
of friends,
trade's
being
dad
the
from the
toughest one
80s.
there.
I think I've
Fuck yeah.
heard that on your guys' podcast.
It's possible. It's possible.
And the thing is, everybody you tell, nobody gives a fuck.
No,
They're just like,
no.
okay, they don't understand,
See
right?
that planter
They're just-
box? That's mine.
Yeah.
See that big building?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I built that building.
Yeah.
I like just going to work every day and loving what I do. I know so many people who go to work every day and they're like, I fucking hate, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. And I was like, I get to go to work tomorrow and build something cool. Like,
Mhm.
sorry, sucks for you.
Mhm.
And the fact that I get to come to work with people that I enjoy Like I get to go to work and I like the people I see every day. Like every single person in the shop, you know, I care about them, and you know, we ask each other how their day is and just enjoying, you know, you spend so much time at work. So
The camaraderie.
yeah, just going to work and enjoying what you do and enjoying the people you're around is huge for me. Like that's just probably it.
Definitely.
Mic drop on that.
Yeah.
You know, culture. I think culture is everything. But I also
There's a
know,
very unique one here.
yes, this is. I mean, I'm in heaven. I'm like when I see like camaraderie and culture like this, but I know it starts somewhere. It stems from leadership on some level. And is that you?
I would like to think so, but honestly, I learn from them every day. I mean, once you think you're the shit, that's the moment you realize you're not the shit.
Mic
So-
drop that shit right there, dude. That's,
So outside of the three of you, what is your relationship with the rest? Because the company you work for, they've got multiple divisions. Sounds like it's a pretty big place. What does that look like? How does that culture? Does it spread into the other departments and then the guy that owns it?
To an extent.
I'd like to know more about Mr. Wade. Also.
Our boss, he's
where it's at. Like, he's somebody who believes in the being, not the job. He believes in us, and if he thinks we're having issues, he's not afraid to talk to us about it. But he's also not afraid to drive us to be better than what we currently are, and that's the point of going to work for somebody that cool. He gets us to a certain level, and then he's like, well, maybe we can blow the roof off of this bitch and let's try. And he does it in a way that doesn't make us feel belittled, but actually we get to use our brains. We get to use what we're here for. So that's one. I've never really had that. That's why I'm stuck here, because every other job they like talk down to you and don't expect you to be as badass as we are. And he was very much aware of what he had, and he's not afraid to hide it.
Is this one of those point A to point B situations and then figure it out in between? You know?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Sounds
Yeah.
like
It's
it.
like, hey, this is what we need done. Go figure it out.
But also like he has a particular way he likes things. So and it's worked for him. So we have a standard to meet, and we got to meet that standard. When we don't, we know.
oh yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
This is so dumb.
Uh,
I'm just going to turn my mic off and let you guys run the company from now on.
We'll take over.
Because I have
Because we are.
I have no doubt. Yeah,
Women are taking over,
yeah,
baby.
let me go find my seat in the back.
Well, I mean, so I guess to follow up that question, what is the worst part about this trade?
Claire,
The
your
heat.
finger.
The heat.
The heat.
Welding
Humidity.
in August is
Humidity.
just not the best thing. You want to, and then we have a powder
Would
coating
you say
shop.
humidity?
Yeah,
Humidity. It's real.
It's an all girl shop. That's a real thing.
Well, we also have an oven in our shop, so
Massive.
and we don't have AC. We get we have fans, but
we got doors that open.
And
Yeah.
a hose.
I mean, hey, welcome
a lot of
to
hose.
every
The
goddamn
water
steel shop
or-
on the face of the planet.
All of it.
We make it rain.
We got hose on top of hose.
Okay, good.
All the hose.
Yeah, but I mean that's every steel shop around, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
This
nobody's
one
gonna
makes
pay
me-
to pump AC into that place when you're
Yeah.
opening
Oh,
the
no.
doors.
This one makes me question my sanity sometimes.
That's
though.
the
Like,
first year
I'm
does that
like-
to you.
I'm like, wow, this
Yeah.
is intense.
Yeah.
And it's like 120, and everyone's like, gosh, my air conditioned job's so hot. And I'm like, God.
Go
I come
fuck
home and I'm
yourself.
just like, if I haven't taken like a hot shower in months, you know, like just dying.
The first day I started there, he had me like coming on a Saturday because he really needed this job, and he had the machinist. I was welding with him. He doesn't usually weld, and he didn't tell me we can like open the doors in this shop. And it's like it's middle of August, and I've never been so hot in my life, and like just questioning. I'm
These
like,
are parts that are coming out of the oven so she can weld on them.
shit.
they're
They
huge.
have to be
Preheated
hot.
parts.
Oh,
Yeah.
and we're using like the big boy welder.
What a dick!
I've never been so hot in my life, and I was just like sitting there questioning. I'm like,
I was like,
gonna
if she's
make
gonna
this?
make it now, she'll make it forever.
Yeah, it was.
But hold on, but that's what makes a tremendous welder is that the day you're sitting there and you're going, this is the fucking worst goddamn thing ever, and you flip that hood down and you weld again. that's what separates the real welders from the fair weather people.
Yeah.
That's right. That
She'd
is
be
right.
walking around with her coat on.
Now,
It's like 110 degrees.
now
She's
I'm
just
used
chilling.
to it. Like this year, Kayla was just dying because this is
I'm
her
like,
first
"Help
year in the
me."
shop, and like I was like, I'm fine. Like it's like 120 in here, and like I'm hot, but
Yeah.
like I'm way more used to it. That's
Mhm.
I don't think that's the worst thing.
I mean, the
but-
body acclimates to a lot of strange
oh
shit.
yeah,
doesn't
now
it?
I'm like,
Yeah.
anytime though I'm out of work, I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Like I am very big on like I love the cold. I'm a
Mm.
winter person, so but
I think the worst part about it is when you don't nail it. When you don't nail it, when you thought you nailed it, and then they're like, "Nah, you just fucked that up."
Yeah, that sucks.
straight ego, fuck your ego up a little bit.
Big win.
Oh my
No.
God, there's so many people sitting here listening to this right now going, "Oh my God, that's so true." Like when you thought you had it, and then it's like, dude, you fucked this up.
Like trash.
Yeah. Wow. I never thought about it that way.
Builds character.
That
Yes,
and
yeah.
injuring yourself is probably like the shitty aspects of it.
Yeah. No.
It happened. Well, just
Yeah.
it's part of it, but
Yeah.
I like most of it. But
I've
every
had, like-
once in a while, you get a black eye. You know.
I've had like 4
Drilled to the
instances where I
face.
almost died, and it was like you got up out of the situation you're in, and you just sat on the back of your truck and you just stared into the abyss for like 30 minutes,
I
and people are
almost
like,
died.
"Hey, are you okay?" And it's like you didn't answer, you just stared. You're like,
Yeah.
Claire
Yeah.
quit smoking weed for a whole month, and
A bad.
dear
month.
God, I don't know why. She took a drill to the face.
Ooh.
She
Went in for it.
if there was
too.
any job she can do wrong, she did it.
That one month, my
Nice.
boss came to me and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?" And I was like, "He's like, you've been off. There's something." And I was like, "Yeah, man. Like,
I couldn't
My-
tell him. Well, no, we just did.
well, no, he knew. We got drunk at a work party like a month ago, and I was like, "Remember that month I just fucked everything up? I stopped smoking pot." I was like, "Don't do that again."
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, don't tell my insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bleed.
Now she has mandatory weed breaks at lunch.
No,
Need
I
a
don't.
smoke break.
No.
You need a cigarette? No,
No.
not a cigarette. Yep.
Can we?
No, take a note, Nate.
You want to?
No weed breaks.
No weed breaks at lunch.
No weed
That
breaks.
does not happen.
No. I did see somebody one time. Worked at Taco John's. I was working on their air conditioner or some shit, and the owner came up to me. This was out in Illinois too, which is completely polar opposite of Nevada on a lot of things. But he walked up and he said, "I just had to fire this girl." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because she was sitting on the side of the building." And he said, "I walked up." He said, "Are you smoking weed?" She goes, "Yeah." He said, "Why?" She goes, "I'm on break. I can do whatever I want." And he was like, "Not anymore. You can't."
Not at Taco John.
Tell you what, you're on constant break now.
Yeah, constant break.
Yeah.
So, what? Getting into the trades. So there's I want to throw this kind of in the middle of the conversation. Really? Already? God dang it. I want to throw this into the middle of the conversation because I don't want to open with it. I don't want to end with it. What are some of the challenges that the three of you have faced being women in the trades?
You know, it's definitely, there is that sexual harassment out there. It's something different, like we walk into a job site and all these guys have been there with 30 other guys for the past couple of months, So we walk up and everyone's like, "Whoa, what's that? That girl's a welder? What?" Like I've looked up in the trenches of a stairwell and to 30 dudes looking at me, "The girl's welding. The girl's welding." That's pretty cool.
So like
but it's like
supernatural or something like
it's crazy. Nobody
Interesting.
believes it's
Yeah.
a thing, and that's where you hear the term "girl butt."
What? So we were joking about that earlier.
Yeah, it's a
I
real
have
thing.
never heard that term.
I got up on a table welding because I'm not as tall as some of the guys. I'm not 6 foot tall, so I'm up on this table welding some stuff, and I get pulled aside, be like, "Hey, you're distracting everyone." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm up here welding my shit. Like, get out of here. And he's like, no, everyone's staring at your butt. I'm like, that's their fucking problem. Like, what the hell? I'm like, you look over at Kyle, his fucking whole ass is hanging out. Like, I'm like, I'm fully clothed and covered, and you were commenting on me doing my job. Get out.
So is girl butt like one of those code words?
I don't
that-
know.
That's like
but
thrown
I've
around,
never
or
heard
what?
it before.
I've never gotten that one.
If
I-
anybody knows, hit us up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can
it's-
I please know?
Yeah, I
Like-
haven't heard it before today.
I mean,
So
like, I don't let my hairy crack hang out in the middle of a job
I
site.
shave
so-
that shit.
Hey, mine's not hanging out, so no one will know. You know, but it's just like those weird things. I had bosses like one boss harassed me. I was at an old school shop, and he'd chase me around and he'd be like, "Oh, you're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong." I'm like, "I'm picking stuff up. I don't know what you're talking about."
stop hinging at the hips.
How do I do this
Squat
better?
down.
And it was just like those comments, like girls
Mm.
belong in the kitchen and
Oh,
all this stuff. And I was like, "What? You want me to burn your food?"
All
right.
I'm a welder.
Yeah,
I tell
like-
those motherfuckers when they tell me to get in the kitchen, I was like, listen here,
Yeah.
bud, I can cook better than you, and look, I can weld better than you. So like,
Oh,
what
whoa.
about it?
Yeah.
Nice.
But also, is there some sort of element to just like, I mean, guys dig at each other hard. They'll find out whatever little thing makes them uncomfortable, and they dig at each other.
Oh yeah.
Is
Oh,
it something
for
like
sure.
that, or are they just being blatantly
No, sometimes definitely
sexist about it?
they want to like sit there. It's like having an older brother. They want to get under your skin, see if you can handle it. Like you're
Mhm.
a different thing in a fucking trade world. You know, they're gonna sit there and test you, and you gotta have thick skin. Like
Mhm.
I grew up around boys and going to punk rock shows and doing stupid shit.
So you learned how
I'm-
to fight.
Yeah, like I could fight and I could
Yeah.
bounce back.
It's all-
Like you're gonna
Yeah.
pop off at me, I'll
Yeah.
pop at you right back.
Gotta
you
talk
know?
shit.
Yeah, like you got to be able to take it, but like there comes a whole level. I mean, I've seen girls harass guys and had jobs too. I'm just
Dude,
like,
That's
yeah.
what I do.
Dude, hold on.
That's
Women
That's
are
what I do. That's what I do. I
Women
turn
are
that whole
so much-
sexual
I'm not
harassment-
surprised, by the way.
Yeah.
That's-
the women are so much better at it because you watch
Oh,
the
yeah.
wife run out of the dudes when the
Oh,
when
yeah.
the women
Yeah.
talk shit to the guys and they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Mm.
like
oh shit,
yeah.
that my favorite.
That hurt.
My favorite
Like,
part
we're
is
sitting
when
there-
they bend over and you can see that ass and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, baby. Woo!
They get all self-conscious, tuck them cheeks in.
Yeah.
Well, if the beer gut wasn't pushing down their pants, it would be a problem.
I think one of the biggest issues I come across because I'm a strong woman and I have a vision. I know what needs to get done when I look at things is being talked down to. That's the biggest problem that I have because it doesn't come. I don't do very well with that.
No.
Not very well. So.
Especially when it's not like warranted. When you have
right,
like you're in the position you are, you've done the things you've done.
right.
You know.
I'm been in the trenches just as much as you have, so don't come at me kind of like that
Mhm.
unless you're willing to listen to me, bro, because I can dish it back.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind being taught because everybody has to be willing to learn, but being talked down to is one of my biggest
Yeah.
pet peeves.
Being
there
belittled
is.
and being taught are two
That-
completely different things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I found a lot
Exactly.
of men too when you're working in a shop that they'll always try to like tell you how to do something. Like no matter how many times they've seen you do something, like this is, in different shops, like it's, or like a man comes into our shop and he'll like try to tell us how to do something or it's like I do this every day, man. Like
Mhm.
I'm always like she said, like there's always down to like take a lesson from someone, but it comes
Right,
to a point where
mhm.
it's like every single man that tries to walk in the shop tries to tell me what to do and I'm like, you're in my shop, man. Like, but I've had some pretty gnarly experiences. Like my last place before I came to Wade straight got me right. Like they were my savior after that. But I had people telling me I belong in the kitchen. I came in to that shop and I took the TIG position away from someone. And they had a couple guys that were in there and it was a really nice dynasty and they bought me they saw it was good and they were and they just bought me whatever I wanted. They bought me a brand new hood, they bought me the tools I wanted, and they did not like that. They were a lot of like the guys in that shop were very intimidated by me, and it was really shitty because like I'd go to work every day and I'm big on like liking where I work, and I'd come to work and these fools would just be like tell me I belong in the kitchen or I don't got shit or I'm never gonna be shit, and just
What was the age group of the guys that were talking like that?
A little like older than me.
Okay.
And then it wasn't really like the older guys, but it was the guys that were kind of close to my age
Interesting.
that were the ones.
They felt threatened.
No.
Oh, they were like
they felt
you could-
threatened, but they also
could
felt
see
like
it.
they could speak up. As to where like the older guys, they've already seen it and they've already seen the women prevail, so they're like, yeah, I'm not fucking stepping on that landmine.
That's right.
Like, I ain't talking that shit.
Yeah, and they would. I think it was them buying me tools because they'd been asking for tools for a while. But they were like, I think the shop, the culture they had all gotten really used to being lazy, and like no one told them really like they didn't have to work hard.
They didn't have to compete.
They didn't have to compete, and then I
Yeah.
come in there. And I was like, really, it was like kind of they were doing up and coming. Like there was a lot of potential to move up. So I came in there like ready. I was like, hey, like give me the reins. Like, let's go. And some of the guys did not like that.
That I feel like that's one of the greatest parts about seeing more women come into the industry is that the level of competition you guys bring to this. It's like dudes are on their heels and like you want
we're
to
coming
see,
for you. Like,
Yeah, but
it's
you
not
wanna-
a feeling like we're really coming for
no,
you.
but you want to see men start to advance.
Yes, exactly.
Throw
It's
the
not
women
just-
in the mix.
Right. Like, just throw us in there. Like,
Mhm.
just throw us in there and all of us will come up. We're not trying to take nobody's jobs or anything. We want to let everybody know we fucking belong here
Mhm.
and we're going to stay here.
Yeah.
We
And
ain't
all there
going
is to
nowhere.
it.
Yeah, I'm here
So
to
that-
work too.
I'm really glad that this is the initial group.
Yeah, I am
for this-
too.
for this
Like you
thing.
guys are paving a
Yeah.
way for a good conversation, and a lot of good conversations to come. So, okay, so Sammy, based on what you said, at what level are you able to identify when you have that acceptance, and then you are like part of the group, part of the team?
Acceptance by what I have like
Yeah. So kind of, I think everybody, regardless, you got to earn your place on the team,
right.
right?
Right.
And-
So when I believe somebody is part of the team is when we're a company. We're in it for one reason. The reason is to make the money and to make the product and to make it as best as possible. So when I see somebody willing to do whatever it takes, because I've been in the sandblasting booth in a powder coating company because I was there in the beginning. I have done every single job it takes to get the job done. So once I see somebody's willingness to not be afraid to pick up something they're not used to doing and try their hardest to do it, that's what I strive for. That's what I want as my army. That's what I'm going for. And these girls provide it often. Yeah, I mean, they're
That was
younger
a
than
great
me.
word choice, by the way.
Yeah.
It's my army.
Yeah, and everybody needs to be poked in the butt. We all do. But
Right in the girl butt.
right in the girl butt.
Right in the
But like that's what makes you part of the group. If you're willing to do what I'm willing to do.
Working with some of the places that you've been before, and working in a male dominated workforce, how do you know when you've gained that acceptance from them?
You take it.
They tell you all the dick jokes.
They're all bashful about it at
They
first.
are.
and then
They
they're
hide like you're their sister or mom, and you're like, dude, like I'm worse than you are.
They're like, I'll show you an inch.
Can't find the hole.
That is fucking that. I mean, that is a perfect
That's
age.
it,
though.
man.
That is a perfect age. I mean, that's. I mean, I feel like a lot of guys are intimidated by it because they feel like they don't know how to. They don't know how to interact. They don't know how to.
Or it might be sexual harassment when some
Right,
girls can
right.
take a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Like I can sit here,
Right.
you can sit there and
Yeah.
dick joke me all day long, and I'll be like, sweet, and I won't even bat an
Yeah.
eyelash.
Because everybody knows my dick's bigger than yours.
Exactly. Exactly.
There are so many
Perfect.
one-liners
Yeah,
in this
oh, man.
conversation.
No, and that's
You can dick joke me all day. she said.
because your dick's a joke. Yeah. No, but that's awesome because I feel like that would put, like, we are at this crossroads where it comes to, women being in the trades and becoming more influential in this, and men don't know how to react with it, right? And
It's
so,
uncomfortable for some of them, especially the old school guys.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't what is this?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because they're so used to bantering in a certain way that they're very and the threat of sexual harassment and all that stuff, like it makes them very nervous, right? And trust me, there are pieces of shit. We understand that. We know that there are people that will sexually harass you.
For sure.
And fuck those people.
Women too. That goes every way.
Yeah.
I would just like to state I have never been sexually harassed
No.
I sexually harass you all the time.
by a woman.
Oh.
Hey, I got you. The night's still young.
I feel left
He's
out.
like, we
I'm
still
like,
got dinner to go to.
boo.
You ever been clam slammed?
All right, guys, you can find me on Instagram.
No, but I mean, finding that. I mean, to hear you guys talk this way, this is gonna put some people at ease, and that, like, to know that the trades are still gonna be the trades with you guys there, and I feel like that's what most of them want to know, is that the trades are still gonna be the trades.
Yeah,
We don't-
because we need them just as much as they need us.
Yeah, and we don't want you to go easy on us. We don't want you to think that we're
Not
petite
pussies, even though we
yeah,
have one.
exactly.
Yeah.
We want to be right there with the dudes. We want to be rolling and doing stuff, dick joking it up, like just having a good time. Like we're here to work. We're not here to
This is
swing our hair
becoming
back.
this is becoming a fucking philosophy at this point, Like,
Cool.
yeah.
Glad we can set the bar.
It's about dick high.
Perfect.
So, what, 3 inches?
Sammy's got a really
said
big one, so
high.
it's real high.
Yeah, real
I
hot.
said hi, not long.
Oh,
Dave, come on.
sorry.
Jesus. Somebody's going to try to come at us for being sexually
I know.
harassing.
This is a
We
lot
might
of
get
fun.
canceled for this. yeah.
HR.
No,
We are
I'm
HR.
I'm
We
the
are
HR guy. As a
We are. This is why we have no sponsors.
Mhm.
But we control all the content.
Yeah.
We don't.
It was funny when that one sponsor came to you and was like, "Oh, we'd love to
Oh my
partner with
God.
you," and then you're like, "Okay, what are you guys about?" And they're like, "Oh, we listened to it," and you guys say "fuck" way too much.
Yeah. That's what
Oh,
they
yeah.
told us.
It's
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah,
You hear those girls on there? We're never sponsoring you now.
I go I talk to my mom. My mom's very like, no cussing, no, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck, God fucking damn, fucking tell you fucking what. She's like, can you not talk like that? And I'm like, Mom, I've been in a fucking shop all day. What the fuck do you expect?
I like that a little bit of Southern drawl comes out when she does it
that's the thing.
too.
Everybody starts losing their shit like that. Southern drawl comes
It
out.
does.
Some bitch bomb monkey
I
house.
fucking tell you what.
Careful, part of my family stump might be offended.
Sorry,
Family
Stump. Sorry, Stump.
Pretty sure one side's a stump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jesus
what
Christ.
do you guys see? Like, I mean, you guys seem like you're visionaries. Where do you guys see this going? Like, what's your grand goal? Or not grand, but what's your next step?
So I think the next step for us right now, what we've been concentrating on right now is doing this art project for Burning Man. Sammy's been a lot. I've been a lot. Kayla's never been, but we were talking about it before that we really want to get out there and we want to, bring an all-female project out there. We want to build something that shoots fire.
Yep.
Lots of fire.
Lots of
And
fire.
we want to bring it out and kind of, I feel like we've been playing with, I know me and Sammy and Kayla, we've been playing with making metal art a little bit. And I really think, at least as a team, that's really the next step we're trying to take is we're trying to take a fairly large scale art structure.
Because
out to the
Reno's
playa.
a big art town, and that's kind of what it represents. I mean, we are the home of Burning Man. It's in our backyard. So since we are Battleborn, not a big deal.
Hey, represent.
We might as well build something from Reno by Reno people. So that's what we're going for next. We're looking out.
I just love the fact that the best part is the first all-female art installation is the one you can't burn down. It's
Oh, yeah.
like-
Oh, yeah.
It's the
But it'll be-
unburnable art structure at Burning Man.
There's going to be some
Fire though.
Lots
There'll
of
be-
fire.
There'll be lots of
fire,
fire.
but you can't think of still
no
be
fire.
standing the next
Burning.
morning.
No,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to hit a meteor in order to get that thing to burn down.
we could probably figure out a way to melt that bitch.
I was like, big pile of molten steel.
They're like, you got to
She's
push
got
them
a-
back. It's got to get to 2,000.
Yeah.
So
She's got a gas bottle that she's getting ready to turn into a cannon, and I think we can figure out something with that to make. We can figure it out. We can melt that bitch down.
We might have to delete that one out.
Feds might be listening.
Oh yeah,
Put that
no,
one on there.
Yeah, let's go take a note.
no cannon. There's no cannon happening.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here processing.
Dude,
man.
this is great. This is great. This has been
This is
so
great.
much
Yeah,
fun.
I'm just sitting here processing.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys' openness with all this too.
I really appreciate you guys having a platform for us to be at, somewhere where we can actually put our voices out there and not make us feel like this feels comfortable. I love it. What you guys are doing is awesome, and I really appreciate you guys.
I really
Yeah.
wish that I had like a podcast to listen to when I first started out, because I was listening to your podcast the other day and I was just thinking of how beneficial that would have been if I would have heard this like going in, because I went in, completely like my brother had kind of welded before me and that's all I really knew. Like I didn't know what I was walking into. Like I didn't know all the struggles that I was going to go through or what it's going to be like talk shop. Like I had no idea what that was like starting out, or like, just what it's like to be in a shop. And I've listened to your guys' podcast and heard a lot of like really information that I wish I had from the beginning.
Same with me. That's why we do it.
Definitely. A lot of
Yeah.
relatable stuff. Like
Yeah.
it was like I walked in here being like, they're like two guys we worked with before, like it's like those guys at the shop,
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
Yeah.
like it was a little nerve wracking, but it was exciting. Like,
You
it
guys,
was-
you
it's
guys
exciting.
handled coming in here better than most of the male.
That's because we're
Inter-
women.
Agreed.
Like we had one of our buddies just stood in the doorway with a beer in his hand. And he was just like, "What do I do now?" And I'm like, "Walk through the
First of all,
door."
come
That's
in.
a good.
It's a great place to
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to make it home anywhere we go.
Right.
What getting more women into the skilled trades? What's a good way? What are your thoughts and ideas on how to start to kind of spread that? And
Confidence.
Confidence for
you
sure.
are-
You gotta
you are it.
walk in and know what you're talking about. I mean, not even know what you're talking about, but be passionate about it. Be
And
like,
be
I
willing-
want to be here. I want to
I
learn.
think that's the greatest
Exactly.
word you could have chosen was passionate.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Like excited about it too. Like I found this shop randomly, like Google searching shops, and I heard it through the grapevine and just walked in with like, I want this job. I want to be here. I want to do this, work with these people. Like if you know you want to do it, you have to fight for it. Like you really do. Like
Mhm.
reach out to women welders if you're trying to be a woman welder. There's more of us out there than you know.
Well, I think that especially social media gives you guys this huge platform, and this, like Ray Ripple and all these
Yeah.
people, that there's this open market for women that are accelerating in these industries, and they're easy to contact, right? Like you can reach out to them and actually talk to them, and I feel like that's the biggest, like motivating factor is watching. You get to see this other chick succeed, and it's like, dude, we can fucking do this,
It's
Exactly.
possible.
Exactly. And that's what I've noticed amongst chicks is like, we're not here to bring each other down. We're here to lift each other up because
The
it's
exact
just
opposite
us.
with the dudes.
It's
Yeah.
just
no,
us.
I was just gonna say like that right there. Just what I've noticed in my experience is your ability to elevate each other and create that support group. And like Nate said, like that, it's a polar opposite for us.
And maybe you guys should think about that.
No, I
You're
agree.
not wrong, but I'm
You're
not
not wrong, but
disagreeing.
I'm just like, yeah, that's like I'm sitting here trying to think, like, man, that's just counterintuitive to everything I know.
I was like, fuck that guy next to me. I'm gonna beat that motherfucker's ass. And you
Well,
guys
I-
are like, helping
Well,
each other
sometimes
out.
they need that.
Yeah,
I feel like,
not gonna lie.
So
a
let
lot
me-
of time men need to get their ass fucking
I've
handed
been
to
in
them a
slinging
couple times,
wrenches.
So how do you I mean, this is kind of a good question, but how do you see competition amongst women in the trades? Is it cutthroat or is it more
I don't
no,
see it as a
We're
competition.
together, man.
No.
Every
No.
woman I've met in welding or
Yeah.
trades,
We're the
construction.
we're the bottom of the totem pole, and we're the ones coming up. And the only way we're getting up there is if we help each other out.
God damn,
Mhm.
that's fucking brilliant. Just end it right there. That's it. That's
Oh,
the
drop the
podcast.
Nice talking to
I
y'all.
love it. She's like, you are welcome. Yeah. been a lot of that, and it's interesting because Sonny is such an advocate for kind of creating awareness is probably the best way to describe what she's trying to do, and
I'd love to meet her.
she's amazing. And as of this recording, I'm actually meeting with her tomorrow morning.
Oh,
If I wasn't working, I'd be there.
Well, she is going to come back on here.
Yeah.
And I mean, my head's spinning. I'm going to talk to her. Maybe we can orchestrate some type of gathering, hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And,
outside like Sunny's podcast, I mean, I think this was like the most.
Haley, we had Haley and
Haley,
Sunny.
yeah.
That was it.
But I
Those
mean,
were
I feel
two.
like this was the most like constructive
Mhm.
conversation about women in the trades. Like, there's no animosity. There's no like, and I know fucked up shit happens to you guys.
Oh,
You know,
fuck
like,
yeah.
and I know that there's shitty conversations and there's fucked up solicitations and shit like
Dude,
that. But
I have no idea how many times I can tell you a boss has put me on a table and tried to get in between my legs, but I'm a boss. Nobody's
Yeah.
fucking me like that. I'll tell you that much. You might want
mean,
to
like-
take that
Yeah.
out. But I'm just saying.
do you want it out?
No.
I think
No,
I thought that
No.
was brilliant. I thought it was brilliant.
I think you
Yeah.
should take the whiskey
Yeah.
away from her. But
I got a designated driver.
Okay, fair enough.
No, but I mean that. And in all honesty, I mean, we want to talk about what's right, what's fair, but we also have to talk about what the reality of the
Yeah,
situation
what's
is
real.
and what the world looks like and what it takes to be a woman in the trades and what like to have a fucking set of balls as a woman.
Yeah.
I think that's
Big.
what matters
You gotta have
more.
some big balls.
Yeah,
to
for
be.
sure.
Because the world's unfair and the world's not right and there
And
are
we
shitty
are
people.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're little.
You may be the
You're little.
prettiest girl in
I'm
your
little.
or the
Okay, you're
ugliest
right.
girl in your friend group, but you're the prettiest girl on the construction site. I tell you that much.
Oh.
I feel like a lot of females also they like I have chick friends that are like, oh, I want to do it, or like, oh, I'm not strong enough, or like, oh, I'm not like tough enough, and it's like you like it happens like with time. Like I started out like barely being able to lift anything. Now I could lift more than most of the boys in my
It's all
shop,
about
but-
leverage, baby.
I was
It's
gonna say-
all about leverage.
Because I
There's
know
a-
how to lift.
There's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of dudes that I know that don't check either one of those boxes. And they work in the trades.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, you need a piece of equipment for that? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Pick that fucking thing up,
Yeah.
bring it in the
Doing
shop.
over there.
Yeah.
It's heavy. Okay, go home.
Go put your big boy pants
Yeah.
on. Come on.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Do you need my pants?
So back to the big balls statement. Where do you get the confidence to navigate those situations, those uncomfortable situations?
I think it's kind of like you don't get the luxury of like you have to like it's either kind of like sink or swim, you know.
Mm.
You either like grow some big old fucking balls or you ain't gonna make it.
I get my balls from my mom.
Great lady. Great lady.
Same. Growing up and being a badass and
Yeah.
just doing all this stuff. I mean, you know, I have friends that didn't grow up like I did that are still, you know, trying to be in the trades and doing this stuff. And I'm like, just make sure you stand strong, grow that
Mhm.
skin, you know, like not everything is personal.
Mhm.
Like don't take that personal, you know,
Yeah. 'Cause
grow
maybe
from it.
We do have that issue that we're brutal with each other to begin with, but then you're looked at like a soft target, and if you be the soft target, you're going to be the soft target. But if you clap back and you push back and you act like a trades person, that's how you're going to get treated, right? So
You want to be the victim, be the victim.
yeah, and that's the trades will not accept a victim.
If
No.
you want to be
No.
the boss, be the boss.
You be
Be
the
the
fucking boss. Yeah. You try and pull some shit, I might stab you. Who knows?
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
never know.
I
Yeah.
got a buck knife at all times.
Just have that
There's a
wily look in
torch
your
and a
eyes. They'll never find your body.
We're in the Nevada
Well,
desert.
Lake Mead's drying up, dude.
Lake Mead drying up. She said allegedly. I've been there.
Theoretically.
Wink, wink.
What do you guys want to share? Anything that we haven't touched on that you want to share? Anything that you want to say? And we'll, as we kind of get close to wrapping this up.
I mean, just
Wrap
don't.
this bottle of fucking Lindsay.
Yeah, that's kind of our time clock. When there's an empty bottle on the table, it's time to go.
I like that.
I mean, my thing would just be
So
don't be afraid to try it. You know, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But if you want to try it, get out there and do it. Meet people. Don't be afraid to fail and fail and fail. And you know, sure you're gonna smash your fingers and hurt yourself, and you're gonna do all this shit. Your face is gonna be covered in dirt, but at like you know the next day, just still showing up is just so gratifying. And it all just starts with showing up that one time or wanting to do it. So
That-
just
not
follow
getting
that
whooped
goal.
thing, right? The not getting whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, You might miss a finger or two after trying, but it's like do it.
They're still
Just-
all here, okay?
Yeah, come on,
They're
we got our
still all
digits.
here.
You know, it's just you got to try. You got to put yourself out there. That's all I would say. You know, you can't sit there and be scared of doing it. I mean, sure, yeah, there's a respectable scared you should be being in the trades, but get out there, try it.
Yep.
Reach out
That's
if you
right.
are scared. Find someone that's not so scared.
And
Fuck yeah.
it's not as scary as you think it is.
It's not.
But it is.
I mean, the job is trying to kill you all
Yeah,
day.
all day, all day.
Huh.
Literally, you get burned all day.
All day.
And it, no matter what trade you're in, no matter what we're doing, we're literally building America. So if passionate people are doing it, I'm pretty sure the world just might survive. Maybe we'll figure it out.
I think a big thing that we all talked about is we are just trying to throw this out there that with this art project we're doing, we are going to be looking for some funding for this art project. So if anyone wants to fund some really cool art by three badass chicks, you know,
8675309.
come our way.
What? Is that where they send the money? Is that the bank account number? Or?
Is that the song from the 80s?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, baby, that's the song.
Well,
I've been trying
Where-
to call you.
yeah. Where if someone was interested in having a conversation about that, what's the best way for them to find you?
Kayla's our obviously our reach out, but
Yeah, our- I
I'm
guess
on
our Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all our
Okay.
Instagram handles would be.
I'm at LalaPunk12.
Okay.
I'm at CP Blazin.
and she metal.
Okay. Well,
That's
and
the most hardcore fucking Instagram.
I feel like I'm in a
Mine's-
rock band right
mine's
now.
At Nate Newton.
You could start one.
Right?
I play a mean air guitar.
Come on, we can get you a new name.
yeah.
Nate
Harmonica.
Newton sounds cool too, though.
Dad, yeah, he was a football player back in the 90s that got caught with like 70 pounds of weed in the back of a U-Haul.
Oh,
Come on, that's
perfect.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can be our
Sounds
manager.
like my friend.
Yeah.
But I think one of the greatest things that you guys offer is that you guys offer this platform of accessibility to women that are wanting to venture into this and test the waters and be able to talk to people like you that are doing it right now. We have this crazy engine that drives all this, and it's social media. And to have you guys available for all of that, and to be able to reach out to you guys, and if there's girls that are, they're just like, oh, I'm kind of into it. Like for them to be able to reach out to you guys, we'll put you guys in the footnotes of the show, of course. But I think that you guys are this platform to really boast other women up to do this. And I mean, I'd like to see more women in the trades. I mean, we got
100%.
we got one woman working for us, you know, and she's awesome at what she
Let's
does.
get a shout out to her.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Karina, yeah, Dead Neck
Shout out
West.
to
Get it,
Karina.
girl.
But we like to see this. We like to see the diversity and the shit that you guys bring to the table is it's different, you know, and there's all new processes, designs, all this other shit of the way to get things done. And it helps along the way, you know, because we're always we've always fucking done it this way, you know, kind of bullshit. I fucking hate that. Can't stand it. So I like to see the fresh eyes.
I'm
It's a
glad
new
we
world.
can help too.
I think it's too. I can speak for all of us. Is we'd be more than welcome to have other females reach out to us, you know, with any questions or anything, you know, about being in the trades. We're in the dirt, you know.
Definitely
So-
teach someone. Now, you don't have to go door to door. Just reach out to the right person. You
Mhm.
know, we're all willing to teach.
it's
We
all about networking, and
Mhm.
let's just
100%.
go ahead and build each other up. Let's start
Exactly.
this out right now.
Mic drop.
This has been one of the cool experiences for me on the show. This is episode, I think, 141, and this has been one of the coolest experiences. And
I agree.
getting to be in person and as I stated earlier, the energy. I also feel a hold my beer round coming up with these three, where we do just drink and tell stories.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Now
There's
that,
going to be so much talking over each other.
we finally can.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of those switchboards so I can actually control
Better
whose mic is on.
Dude, I can't wait to watch you do it.
Yeah. No, fuck it, never
It's
mind.
like
Just
Willy
turn 'em
Wonka and the
all on.
Chocolate
Yeah.
Factory over there.
Jesus, but since all of you are, part of this now, and you've been on here the moving forward in the future, I hope we get to have more conversations, and I am serious about the Hold My Beer episode because I think it would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I think we also need to put them in front of Sunny too.
I do too.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to bow down? Because I feel like I might.
I mean, that's a
I
queen.
think she might already.
That's a queen of take no shit right there.
Yeah.
I like
She's-
that shit.
She's
Look, she's blushing already.
she's man, she is she's amazing, and she's a supporter, follower, and I work with her on a business level. She's just, she really kind of, I don't know, kind of opened my eyes up because she spearheads a lot of stuff and she does a lot of connecting with people and a lot of networking with people. And
You know what the best part
I'd
of
like
Sunny
to
is?
help
That
her out.
she looks like she's 25, but fucking has swagger like she's fucking 60.
no, she's,
I have no idea
she's
how
a
old that
beast.
woman is.
No idea. She's a
No
beast.
idea.
She's a beast.
I hope people say that
getting
about me
hot.
later.
Oy vey.
Goddamn.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk her up. I know she is gonna be back on here for sure. But ladies, what an honor!
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you for
you.
having us.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
What
It's
what
been a
an honor!
blast.
Yeah, how exciting.
Yeah.
And I, to be honest, I can't believe we did this in an hour.
Dude, has it been an hour?
Yeah. She goes, I know it's been a third of a bottle of whiskey. What is that in time?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can call it a success then.
We
right?
can.
All right.
Yeah, well,
right.
hours are sweet spot.
You guys,
so-
you guys have no idea the impact you're gonna have on, like we said. I mean, we have a decent amount of following with this, but there's gonna be some young women that hear this because we have a lot of people that tell us that they show this podcast to their kids. I mean, we're foul mouthed as fuck. We're in the trades and we do all this shit, but they show it to their kids, and to hear you guys talk the way that you have and with the elegance you have, and not elegance in the way you talk, but the way you talk about things.
Sorry, Mom.
very elegant.
Yeah.
That was the word I was.
No, but
I was
the
trying
way-
to find the best
yeah.
place to put it.
Yeah.
Elegant.
But the way you guys articulate yourselves, and
Mm-hmm.
you're not bitching, you're not complaining. You're just like, this is what the world looks like,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
that means a lot,
There's enough bitching and complaining out there. We're just here to do our shit,
Yeah.
We're
There's
also
always gonna
pretty
be-
spoiled.
You're
though.
ready to
Yeah.
slap your dick on the table and just get shit
Boom!
done.
Anytime. Just let me
Anytime.
know.
Oh, God. All right.
All right. I gotta pee.
All right. Go ahead. Kayla, Claire,
Same.
Sammy, thank you so much for being here. This is amazing. Once we wrap this up, we can shoot the shit a little bit. If you want to go ahead and jump off, go
You
ahead.
can go. You
Yeah,
can go.
you can go.
I've done this plenty of times.
Yeah,
I just
he's
bolted
just done
out of
plenty
here.
of times. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I will put everyone's Instagram in the show notes. Nate,
Awesome.
you good, brother?
Yep.
Okay. You can find me on Instagram at the Tradesman Experience. Nate is on Instagram at Jesus Christ. I haven't even been
Shut
drinking,
up.
dude.
Maybe you need some more.
This is the
Maybe you need
least
some
amount of
whiskey.
talking I think I've done in an episode, and I can't even get my shit right. You're on Nate Newton 87 because we were just talking about it.
Yep.
This
Um,
is Kayla's show.
Yeah, basically. I just feel like I'm like the guy behind the glass.
Thank you guys
just
for
trying
coming to our
Never
show.
mind
make
the man
your
behind
shit.
the
I really
God
appreciate that
damn.
signing out.
Fuck. This audio is also going to be on YouTube, the Tradesman Experience YouTube channel. Website's the tradesmanexperience.com, and the email is the tradesmanexperience@gmail.com. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Get out there, get shit done. Be proud to be a tradesman. See you.